Molly Jean Burt, married name Molly Jean Poe.
Hi, yes, I'm talking about Ryan, my husband. He is the most wonderful person I've ever met, and he has helped me so much grow into a beautiful woman, and he's very caring, thoughtful, and creative and smart and funny, and he's just a sweetheart from in his heart. He is such a sweetheart, and we love each other. He's very loving and kind, and he's really good at art and music and cooking and driving a car, because I can't drive, but he drives really well, and he's spiritual and loves philosophy, and everything about him I like, and he's such a wonderful person. He's always trying to help people and spread joy, and he's just so cute, and I love him so much, and he has helped me a lot, and he's very cute and funny, and he has good fashion taste, and he is really smart. He's good at decorating, and he's smart. He's just a good person, and I'm so happy we're married.
I love you, Molly.
I love you too.
You know, that was the kindest thing. That's so sweet. I think that's kind, and I appreciate it. That's your opinion of me completely.
Yeah.
So, here I am. I was holding it. I haven't hung out with a lot of people for a while. Well, here's what happened. I used marijuana to cope with social anxiety, lack of friends, and depression between the ages of 15 and 22. And when I moved to Olathe when I was 16, I didn't know anybody, and I was using marijuana to cope with not having friends. And I didn't like to party. I just listened to music and smoked marijuana. And I had several dates with women and things. And when I was 22 years old, I decided to turn my life over to God, and I was celibate for 3 years, and I was clean from marijuana for 3 years, and I was celibate sexually for 3 years, and then I met Molly in AA in June of 2014, but I didn't hang out during the time of celibacy. I wasn't hanging out with anybody very much, and I was going to church, and I was reading the Bible every day, and I was working out with weights, and I was jogging, because those were my only goals, and I was just trying to grow as a person. And when I was growing with people in the past, they always changed my ambition and motivation and motive, and I realized the company that you keep is who you become, and the friends and company I was keeping weren't good. So I chose to be alone and celibate for 3 years, and I turned my life back over to God, and I put all my focus into running. I became a long-distance runner. I've run 2 half marathons. I ran a 14-mile run and a 16.4-mile run back in 2011 and 2012. I started working out with weights in July of 2011, and by February, and my bench press in July of 2011 was 185 pounds, and by February of 2012 it was 300 pounds, and I could lift 300 pounds twice. I could do 12 inverted push-ups. I could do 17 one-handed left arm push-ups. I could do 15 one-handed right arm push-ups. I could do 132 regular push-ups. I could do sets of crunches, 500 crunches a set, and I could do 3 or 4 sets in my crunches. And I did all the growth athletically and jogging and long distance running and weightlifting. But when I entered the Christian Life program in February of 2011 and left July of 2011, but after I left the Christian Life program, I moved back in with my dad and just in Olathe at his apartment and grew from there. And I gone to AA since I was 17 because I believed in the message and the meeting halls. And I was checking the time on the phone. I believed in the message in the meeting halls, and I liked the books and the literature, and I liked the people but mostly the literature and the books and the reason for the meetings and just what Alcoholics Anonymous is all about. I really loved it. So I'd been going there since I was 17, and in June of 2014, I met Molly, and we became friends. She gave me her number, and we started dating July of 2014, and I moved in with her, and she ended up becoming pregnant. We got our first apartment together January of 2015. She became pregnant February of 2015, and then we married May 5th of 2015, and then we divorced in April of 2006. She filed for divorce in April of 2016, and the reason why, she never threatened me with divorce. I had told her I thought she was committing adultery. I loved her so much it was breaking my heart being with the woman that I thought was sleeping with other men, because I was faithful to her and I didn't give myself to any other woman. And it hurt my heart, and I yelled at her one day and called her a cuss word and told her to get a divorce at a friend's house. And she said, okay, and so she filed for divorce in April of 2016, and I talked to her. I had moved after that because I had moved out of state to start my life over and try to get an apartment somewhere near the west where I really like geographically regarding the mountains and all of that natural stuff. And I ended up moving to Utah, and I contacted her in December, and she was willing to be friends. And then I came back and visited her in January at her apartment, and we kept contacting each other. And then eventually I couldn't find an apartment in Utah, so I was staying at the homeless shelter, and that was too hard. So I called my dad, and he paid for a train ticket for me to come back home because it was dangerous at the homeless shelter. I was assaulted. There was people shooting up drugs, smoking drugs, and my bag and stuff was stolen there. And my dad paid for a train ticket for me to come back home, and I talked to Molly, and I moved in with Molly at Park Apartments in April of 2017, and that's when we started our relationship over again. But during the divorce, she never changed her last name from Poe back to Burt. She kept my last name, and she told me it's because she really liked it and liked me as a person, and that's why she never changed it. So we've known each other for 5 years this month, but we've only been together for 4 years because there was about a year of separation due to the divorce, and that was all based on a misunderstanding regarding my understanding of her actions and truth with me in our marriage and relationship. So we sorted things out, and I hadn't hung out with a lot of people, and some people have the wrong view of me, and I wanted someone out there to hear what someone's opinion of me who's lived with me 4 years and known me 5 years, and the man that I am. So I asked her to record it and just tell the truth of what she thought about me. And that's what you guys all saw, and that's the reason for this video, to get a better idea and word out about Ryan Michael Poe and who he really is as a person. So Molly, I figured, had better idea than most people because, like I said, well, we've literally been together for 4 years, in and out, and I mean, just totally been together for 4 years, but known each other for 5. So I want to go ahead and turn back over to Molly, and I'm going to let her conclude this with whatever she wants to say.
Yes, I am so blessed to have Ryan as my husband because I really believe in him, and he has shown me so much love and compassion, and he's helped me so much, and I just love Ryan, and we're good for each other.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Molly. You're a sweetheart, and I think the same thing about you.
Thank you.
Completely.
I love you, Ryan.
I love you too. Alright, bye guys. Do you want to say bye?
Bye.